finally famous, niggas. Drinks, good tree, and bad bitches. I got the best drinks, good tree, and bad bitches. Yeah, I got the best drinks, good tree, and bad bitches.
So if you were editing it, where would we be starting now?
We already started, so
I was talking about Doomsday and about how trailers. I don't watch trailers because I had no idea that Doomsday was going to be in Batman versus Superman.
So shitty.
And I was a little unimpressed by what he looked like, but nevertheless, I was still like, oh,
so
Doomsday!
shitty. It was so shitty. All right, so we gonna wrap it up because my man, he's not gonna go see. He's not a diehard fan like myself and want to see the day early release of Captain America, but I'm gonna be there. Load on my mind and enjoying this flick. But let's go into the event. What we talking about? The Avengers then? Oh no, Spider. I'm high. I'm sorry. We talking about Batman versus Spider-Man. Superman. That's the weed. I'm sorry. It's the weed. I'm sorry.
Batman versus it went from Avengers to Batman versus Spider-Man, which I mean, I would still go to the movie theater and see it. It wouldn't be as cool as Superman, but I'd still go to the theater to see that. Yeah, we're talking about Batman vs. Superman. We apologize that we're extremely late. Somebody went to Denver, somebody went to Los Angeles, so we've been busy.
We'll have a podcast about that, just a little quick.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how this dude missed the flight, but good fortune came to him. Joe, I know that you were very unimpressed with Batman vs. Superman. I liked it. I mean, I wouldn't give it an 8 or a 9. I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
7.5.
Well, yeah, best Batman ever, but we'll talk about that at the end.
Now, just so the audience knows reference, so you're giving Batman vs. Superman a 7.5. Give them a reference point. What would you give, say, a 8 or a 9 or a 10?
10 would be No Country.
No. Keep it on the...
on the
superheroes. Come on.
10 would be Avengers.
1 or 2.
But so I was having this conversation. We should talk about this.
1 or 2.
The first one. Age of Ultron was just whatever.
Let me get my take before you go too deep. I'll let you go.
Well, no, I was going to ask you, can we have a classification? Because somebody asked me my favorite superhero movie, and I was like, it's hard to say. It's hard to say that like a movie that has 5 superheroes in it shouldn't be better than a movie that has 1 superhero.
That's not true.
You don't think so?
You can argue that the first Iron Man was right up there up until then Avengers came out, which is multiple. But however, the first Iron Man was right up there with like some.
But that's what I'm saying. That's a singular superhero as opposed to I got Hulk.
But he kind of held his own. Like that movie is not that much of a drop off from Avengers. Is what I mean. Like it wasn't that much of a drop off as far as action, the storyline, and just making you have an emotional attachment to the characters. Yes, you're right. It's power packed because you have so much coming into it. So you're right. You can only. That's why they did it, because you have so much star power coming into this movie, so I get it. But that doesn't make a reason for a shitty movie, because I think personally, the Dark Knight series, honestly, is right up there with Avengers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I would say Dark Knight Rises is like my favorite out of the superhero movies.
Like Bane and Batman, killed. Kill. Batman vs. Superman. Killed that shit, bro.
It's different styles, man. Like, Zack Snyder's style is so much different than Christopher Nolan, whereas, like, who did I say? Zack Snyder.
I got the poster right here, bro. He has Batman, Dark Knight Rises poster.
He just tells it. He's more of a visual storyteller, not... I don't want to say it doesn't have a lot of substance because that would be thrown into the wolves, and I don't agree with that. Like, I literally like every Zack Snyder movie there is. Dawn of the Dead, the remake, was awesome. Watchmen, the director's cut was so much better than the theatrical. It doesn't matter. The way he tells a story is much more like, I'm going to give you CG and epic, big, blah, blah, blah. Not that Christopher Nolan doesn't do that, but he spends way more time developing the characters and developing your emotion for the characters.
Christopher Nolan, you're saying?
Christopher Nolan, Dark Knight Rises. Okay. Like, you feel more for Batman, whereas, like, my biggest caveat or issue with Batman versus Superman is I just kind of felt like
I don't care who wins.
We got these.
You don't care who wins. You don't care whose side you want to take. It's like it's no connection. And then I'm sorry, I cut you off.
Well, no, I agree with you. I don't know. It's just like a melting pot of like, okay, we have great, like if Batman vs. Superman, the movie, was the canvas and the characters are the paint, you have these 3 great colors, and then you just kind of just like threw it wherever, like, and just I don't know, the character development in it, like I was just kind of like, Oh man, I love Ben Affleck as Superman, but I feel like there's just these cliche throwaway lines. Same with Superman. Like you had the scene in the bathtub where you're just like, okay, so you broke the bathtub. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's much more of a boom, crash, crar than Christopher Nolan is with Dark Knight series. Dark Knight series is awesome. I agree with him.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
that, yeah. Go ahead.
So I agree. I agree with what you said, man. I the whole emotional attachment to the characters. I mean, because you feel like Batman and the whole Dark Knight series. You feel like I was with Batman. Like when Batman got his back broke, I was like, damn. And then when Bane broke him down, I was just like when he fought Ra's al Ghul, or even when the Joker, you know what I'm saying? Like that, just the whole series as a whole was just that much a whole. So you don't have to have an all-star cast, because arguably you can say the first Batman with Joker was one of the best superhero movies ever done. You know what I mean? But again, now you focusing on one actor who just kind of killed it. What's his name? Help me out.
Jack Nicholson?
Thank you. No, what?
Are you talking about Dark Knight?
Yeah, Dark Knight.
Oh, Dark Knight's Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, thank you. So, arguably now you had everything on one actor.
He was talking about the Tim Burton Batman when he was like, I had the first one that had Joker. I'm like, first one.
No, we still stand on the Dark Knight series. So, you know what I mean? Like, you don't. My point is to say that you don't have to have an all-star cast of superheroes to make it a good movie. That shit was phenomenal. I love it. My whole harp is, I feel like it was just Batman versus Superman. I feel like it got to the point where they was trying to like spend time developing the characters that make you feel what Bruce felt, that make you feel what Superman felt, and then they hit the accelerator all like gas full throttle, like and then they was like, okay, now they gotta fight, right? So they was like, now they hate each other, right? So you sitting there like, we hate each other so much, right? So I'm like, okay, now we're getting into it. Then it's like, hey, my mom's name is Barbara or Martha. Oh, my mom's name is that too. Let's be buddies.
I mean, that was.
And they did like the whole like Thunder Kid punch, like dap it up, and they like made love, and now they friends and they fighting together. I'm like, bro, we just had this epic build up of these motherfuckers. You got Batman training for 15 minutes of the movie. Ben Affleck lifting up weights. He loading up guns and shotguns and getting grenades and shit. You got Superman up here sitting in this cave looking at the ice like, should I kill him? Should I not kill him? You know what I'm saying? Then they go in this whole battle. He's like, yo, I could kill you if I wanted to. Pow, pow, I'm just blocking your shots. And then finally, it get real. He's like, hey, just so you know, you got my mom. And my mom, they got the same name. So we should be friends. And Batman like, you know what? I got you, my G. Let's be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll entertain the argument of an anticlimactic.
You know what I'm saying? That was horrible, man. Like, I would have much preferred. And then like he just dropped it, and it was just like, all right, now we cool. Then they rushed to like they helping each other. Then you got Wonder Woman. She got 2 scenes where she slashed Doomsday and blew the shield up, and that's her little cameo. The only part that was good about the movie was the fact that they showed the Flash, Cyborg. Basically, they showed the prelude to all the characters coming into it. That's the only thing where I was like, fuck yeah, because I get to see the Flash movie, I get to see the Cyborg movie. Like, I'm excited for that. That's what got me hyped. I'm happy about that. Seeing Ben Affleck as Batman, I wasn't excited at all. Seeing Superman go through what he went through, I'm not excited. The fact that they're probably gonna bring back the dude from the first Superman, his enemy, what's the dude name that they put in the chamber?
Zod.
They're probably bring back Zod and go through that bullshit storyline. They're gonna probably do the Bizarro but Superman.
Well, that's the problem with DC is that their villains stink in comparison.
If they do the Bizarro Superman, like the retarded Superman that came from Zod, they do that dumb shit, I'm gonna be like, really? Because they gotta bring him back. So how they gonna bring him back? They gotta put him through the regeneration chamber and all that. Then they spend 28 minutes of the last part of the movie explaining how Superman is dead, making the city feel all bad, going through the funeral, all woe was me, and the whole fucking time you like, we know Superman ain't dead, so why the fuck you spend 28 minutes explaining how he died just to bring him back? I would have rather y'all go through all that shit and have him bust through the coffin at the end or some shit dramatic.
Now, sidebar, how cool would have been if you had Man of Steel, like the first Superman,
right?
Man of Steel. Then the second Superman, he fights Doomsday and dies. Instead of bringing Batman in the mix, he fights Doomsday and dies. And then the third one, he's resurrected, and then you just have the trilogy called a day. Instead of bringing Batman in...
I would have rather seen him bring in Batman for a cameo in the second Superman when he gets popped, just for... Even if there was for the final fight scene.
Yeah. And
then bring him back in the resurrection in the Dawn of Justice.
You know what I mean?
That would have been dope. Because you got the hype of that second Superman, because you're going to add the star power by putting Ben Affleck in there. Now you got the build up to the next Batman, and you got the build up to Batman vs Superman or Dawn of Justice, whatever the case may be. But that would have been a much better villain. Whatever the case may be, I give it a...
What'd you think of Lex Luthor, speaking of villains?
Shitty.
Shitty. Jesse Eisenberg.
Man, he plays the same character, some goofy, weird, out there kind of character every trip. Lex Luthor, for the most part, he was a confident, strong figure in the social world, the business world, and in the comic. Like every aspect in the comic, he wasn't some goofy, weird out, dorky kind of kid. He was a very serious, very dominant, very. I would rather see somebody. You know who had to do it? Idris Elba should have played Lex Luthor.
I've been fine with that.
That would have been a dope or me.
You just pissed so many people. You just pissed a bunch of white people. That's what you just did.
Right?
You can't have a fake character be black who is white. Oh, I hate that argument.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I did that shit with James Bond. My buddy's like, dude, if they make Idris Elba James Bond, I'll stop watching. I'm like, this is
and then what you gonna bro? That's retarded because now we at the point where it's so much mixed race. What you gonna get to the point where you got a person that's mixed black and white, but is trying to play?
Well, I understand you can't have Idris Elba play Abraham Lincoln, but you can have Idris Elba play fucking James Bond. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be. Oh, get the fuck out of here. But
that's why we got retarded.
You know what would have been hilarious though? Joke on the black folk is to make Black Panther white. That would have been funny.
Well, y'all did that with Green Lantern. Green Lantern was black, and y'all made him fucking Ben Affleck. Not Ben Affleck. Ryan Reynolds. Oh,
yeah,
Deadpool was fucking phenomenal. Yeah. That's what we need to be talking about. That was the best movie of the year, arguably so far.
We'll just go down. You know what we should do is we should just go down the line like a 10 to 15 minute per superhero movie. Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, we can do that.
One of these days. So Lex Luthor, we'll reel it back in.
So
I was a fan, and I'll tell you
hold on, let me just finish my point. I feel like he should have been more serious. I didn't like him being quirky and dorky and all that kind of good stuff. I feel like he wasn't like when he was on the camera, he was on the scene. The only part that I kind of liked, where they kind of made him kind of cool, he was like, where they was showing like the prelude where he was like dropping hints like, I brought you together, I got you together. Like when he was like kind of setting up that he had brought Batman and Superman in the same room at this instance where they didn't really know at the dance.
The helipad.
Yeah. No. This is where they were at the dinner where he was kind of dropping subtle hints that he had.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was like, "We got the king." You know what I'm saying? Just going at, but I didn't like him too much. I feel like he was real basic. I think they could have did better, but we'll see.
I loved him. I tell you the only scene that I didn't like was the end when he's like it's not over until the last bell and he's like at the jail cell going ding 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 ding. That was stupid. But I tell you the scene that turned me is when he freaked out after he met Superman and Batman, when he he's going through his speech in front of everybody, and he's just like, you can't. The way he goes off the deep end, I thought was typical sociopath Lex Luthor or whatever. But see, I'm biased because I'm Jesse Eisenberg fan, so I think you could have went two ways when they were both coming up. You could have went the Michael Cera way, or you could have went the Jesse Eisenberg way. I like them both.
Hold on, what was he in? Zombieland, right? He was in
Zombieland.
Hold on, but what was he was in something I really liked though. Zombieland was dope, but he was in
didn't say. Awesome.
Was he in American Ultra?
Yes.
So he showed his ass in American Ultra. I thought that was actually pretty solid. You know
he's good, man.
I'm not hating on my man. He is dope. I'm not hating. No, I'm not. I'm saying his role and his characters is the same. Like when you watch me, I'm gonna pretty much act the same every time I'm on camera. You're not gonna see me just automatically switch up and do some new shit. He is who he is, and so I'm saying to play Lex Luthor, I would rather see somebody more serious, more intense.
Y'all need to find that tape when he said he hated him.
Did I say that?
You're like, I'm just not a fan of Jesse Eisenberg,
like,
man. American Ultra?
That was, you know what I'm saying? I would see somebody was just.
He still thinks we're talking about Batman versus Spider-Man.
Because it gets to a point. Because in the comic, it gets to a point where Lex Luthor has to put on that mechanical suit and go head to head with Superman. You know
I'm not saying we won't see that.
So I want to see somebody can handle putting on a big ass 3,000-ton suit and is athletic and has just look like he ain't no pussy or no.
Maybe he will be athletic when he comes back.
But
he did say he's never shot a basketball in his life, and there's that one scene that he's shooting.
They could have picked anybody. I'd rather you would have gotten somebody. Who was another?
We got a countdown, so we got a little time left. Wonder Woman.
I feel like she was cool.
That was awesome. When her guitar riff hit, everybody went ape shit in the theater.
Personally, it was cool. All the ladies in the audience went crazy. I thought she was okay. You know what I'm saying?
Well, again, it goes back to what we were saying in the beginning. Not a lot of character development, so we weren't like, yes,
right.
You know, all we saw.
That's what I'm saying. I thought it was just cool, but like I wasn't hype about it. And then again, going back to character development, make you feel for the characters. When she was in a Doomsday fight scene, she had a slash. I'm gonna throw up my shield. Like her action was really, really toned down. They didn't really show her doing anything that was dope. Like, I mean, I think she pulled out the whip one time. She pulled out the whip, but it wasn't like they really showcased her doing anything. Like when we watch the Avengers, you see Black Widow throwing the leg whip and flipping motherfuckers around. And you see the Hulk smashing through bunkers and Hulk smashing Loki back and forth. Like you see a lot more like action for her. It was 2 slashes. I threw up my shield, and they
Well,
played her
you had
scene
to
real
give
down.
the other two
She
screen
supposed to be like an
time.
Amazon strong chick. She supposed to be picking up big ass boulders and smashing his head in.
Yeah, but it's
she supposed to be
Doomsday.
able
It's
to,
fucking
she supposed to be able to
Doomsday.
spar with Superman. She supposed to be strong as shit, and she was just out there basic, man. You know what I'm saying? So. Same
Well, I
thing with-
attribute that to American action films because
Oh,
we don't
my
know
gosh.
how to. But no, I think why they did that, it again goes back to what we were saying. Like, you got to give Superman screen time. You got to give Batman screen time. So you're only going to get Wonder Woman a couple shield blocks and a whip. And then, yeah, I mean, man, the more we talk about it, like, I'm starting to, like, kind of dislike it.
Thank you.
But I
Bro,
think that's just.
As soon as the movie got over with, he's sitting there like, yeah. And I'm sitting there like, bruh.
As soon as the movie got over with, I got up
I
to
was
leave, and
so
Joe's like, "I'm waiting for the end credits." I was like, "That's Marvel. That's not DC."
Another reason why Marvel's so damn awesome. I brought with the whole fucking end credits.
I
I could have
told
been
him to
outside
leave.
smoking,
I told
bro.
him to leave.
Smoking the blunt outside, and I had to sit there and wait. My bad. I had to sit there and wait for the whole fucking credits, and it just was end. And the lights came on. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I liked Wonder Woman. More importantly, I like the score that they used for
He
Wonder
probably
Woman.
liked the way
I
she
think
looked. Which,
I mean, Gail Gadot, is that her name?
I guess she was a
Gail.
solid Wonder Woman. She looked like she played the part well. She looked athletic. She had the long hair. She had like the
Yeah, her
Amazon
reveal
beauty.
was
She
sweet,
was
like
pretty
when
solid.
they showed that 1910.
back when World War II, and then also show her introducing her inside of the scene with her with Lex, all of them at the ball. I like how they did that. That was kind of real subtle and sly. They had everybody in the same room, but everybody was independent of what they was doing.
Did
I
anybody
like-
notice that Chris Pine was in that photograph? Chris Pine, was it Star Trek, was in that photograph with Wonder Woman. He's a big enough actor where we could be seeing him in one of the superhero movies coming
That's a
out.
good thing. I did not notice that because I was there with some scenes where I was just sitting there like, no, I didn't go to sleep because I was waiting for some good shit to happen.
No, you had some awesome shit. What were you eating?
Oh, I had a strawberry cheesecake slushy.
Oh,
That shit
dude,
was,
that-
and I mixed
yeah.
it with blue raspberry.
It
And
was-
then
it was fantastic.
I bought some pretzel nuggets, and I snuck in some gummy bears, and then I had I bought in Gatorade too. I stuck in Gatorade.
That slush was phenomenal.
I know I'm going back there today.
Phenomenal.
I'm gonna get the same slushy. It's gonna be so fucking.
So that
good.
was the best part of the movie.
That was the best part of the movie. The fucking slushy was the best part. That shit was like $7 though, bro. Because I got the cup. It was like $7 for that shit. That shit was expensive. It was like $7-8 for that shit, man. Damn.
In closing, because you can't compare the other Supermans. I
The
mean,
coat was dope. I got the Batman Superman collector. I should have brought it for the show. That would instead of drinking this punk ass dollar.
I was thinking about wearing something superhero-esque too. You going
I'm
to Free
about to-
Comic Day down the street on Saturday? That's
Gonna say
besides
what?
the
Am I
point.
going to what?
Free Comic Day down the street,
Free Comic Day.
Monarch.
They're getting our free comics.
Yeah, they do that once a month.
What?
All comic stores on the planet.
Do free comic. You get one free comic walking in.
Like, you don't get like one of your choosing. You get like, just a free whatever they're handing out that day.
I might go there because I like collecting old Hulk comics. So just so I can one day
They got
give
a
them to
great
my kid or
selection.
something.
In fact, they got a
You wanna go
huge,
this Saturday?
incredible. I'll go. I am going. That's why.
Oh yeah, come pick me up.
That's
I'll
why
go
I
with you.
brought it up.
Come pick me
Best
up.
Batman ever.
Best Batman ever.
Best Batman ever.
I'm gonna go with for real. I gotta go, my man.
George Clooney.
George Clooney is okay. Let me explain. George Clooney is my favorite, right? But he's not the best. He's just my favorite. Like I just he's my favorite. Like he was suave as fuck, man. He was suave as hell.
All of them are.
But no. What the one? What's the one? Kilmer, Val.
I take Val Kilmer over George Clooney.
No, man. George Clooney.
I couldn't get away from
George
just
Clooney
the-
was smooth. He had that. He was
Batman
smooth,
vs.
right?
Robin just was so goofy to
He
me.
was smooth, bro. But seriously though, my number 2 best Batman is the.
So you're saying definitively George Clooney?
No.
Oh, I know.
He's
what
just
you're
my
saying.
favorite.
I know
My
what
number
you're
2 of all time.
saying.
My number 2 of all time has to be the original. What's his name?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. That's my number
I
2.
thought you were saying at the house the other night.
That's
Oh,
my number 2.
Okay.
That's my number 2.
All right.
He's my number 2 because he was the original.
Me
Except
and
for
him
the
got
dude.
into it the other night.
We did. But a lot of beer was involved. We fought on the rooftop, and then I threw him off. He broke 2 legs, and then bounced back the next day because he got rejuvenation pills. And then I went into the chamber, the time capsule that went out of space, and I trained.
I
like
speared him
Vegeta,
through 2 buildings.
and I Rob Van Damme him. But no, so my number 2,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton. My number 1 got to be not Christopher Nolan. What's his name? Christian Bale. Thank you. Christian Bale is my number one. Michael Keaton is my number two. My favorite is George Clooney. But definitely, hands down, yeah, Christian Bale is the best Batman ever.
Number 3.
I didn't give you a top 3. I said number 2 and number 1.
You mentioned.
I gave you a fan favorite.
George Clooney, Michael Keaton.
That's just my
Christian
favorite.
Bale.
I just thought he was cool. I'm not saying he's the best. He's just my favorite.
All right. Well, I'll count down quick. It's number 3 is going to be Christian Bale.
Number 3?
Number 3.
Oh,
Number
you about to
2
make me upset,
is
bro.
Michael Keaton, and number 1 is Ben Affleck.
Get the
It's
fuck back.
Ben Affleck.
Stop taping.
It's Ben
It's
Affleck.
time to fuck Ben Affleck. Man, Ben Affleck these nuts.
This
bro.
is
That
exactly
shit-
what happened the other night. He just bailed. He
No,
didn't. You
you're not even taping no more.
You,
Fuck
you
that.
didn't even want to
Anarchy.
hear any of it.
No,
You
Bombay. Fuck.
Light one up for $5. Yeah.